you didn't like it. I know you said you did. What's your question for us, my man?
Well, guys, we're at this crossroad in your life. It's a very, very difficult point for the everyone out there. There's only so many snails that one man can beat, and with the champagne cellar is running low. I'm watching that headbutt. So many times I see Zinedine Zidane and he stick his head on the move. Oh my God, I don't want to talk about that anymore. So guys, please distract me. My wife, she's telling me like we're making too much love and there's only so much passionate love Frenchman can make.
Very romantic.
Guys, like I even started to call out Thierry. Like what? Guys, it's just like something else I can do. What are your tips? Well, how do I keep myself busy? Like what can I do in this time? I would appreciate it.
Jean-Paul, yeah, definitely get it. I understand you completely. It has been a difficult time, coronavirus. We've been at home for 2 weeks, and I think listeners, what Jean-Paul's saying there is he's made love many times to the wife. He's drunk all the champagne. He's through all of his snail supplies. He's trying to get through the coronavirus. He's looking for some tips. How can he get through it? Ricky Pellegrini, any tips you can give him? What have you been doing to keep yourself occupied these last few weeks?
Mate, just watching a lot of reruns of the football and going for long walks, using a lot of toilet paper.
And cold showers.
And which game have you been watching, Ricky? Has it been sort of West Ham versus...
In 1993, Pala di Canio, we won 3-0 against Wimbledon.
Oh, yes. Blinder. Back in 93.
Every morning, but before I have a shower, I watch it every morning. And then before I go to bed as well.
Is that on the VHS, is it? Or?
Actually, DVD. You'll be surprised. DVD.
Okay. So there you go then, Jean-Paul. Bit of football from Ricky and that's been keeping him lively. NVD, what have you been up to? Any tips for the man?
Well, a lot of wanking from home, so working. That'll keep you busy, but
it's not very productive, right?
Not productive when he's got a wife there, but the working part, yeah, working from home, that keeps you busy.
It's crucial. It's crucial. I think both are, to be honest. They're mutually exclusive. But you might not listen to the show, but Jean-Paul, if you are a fantasy Premier League manager, keep looking at those stats, mate. Because one day the league's going to restart and it'll be good to know you can pull in your team. But spend your time, be a statistician, Apart from that, mate, just watch a lot of Netflix.
That's a nice tip, yeah. Netflix, definitely a big fan of that. The Crown and Crown.
The Crown?
Yeah. I'm trying to appeal to a global audience. Obviously, I'm watching something far superior to that. What are you watching on there then?
I'm watching Tiger King. Have you seen Tiger King yet?
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh mate, you've got to watch Tiger. All the fans out there, you've got to watch Tiger King, mate. It's absolutely superb.
What's that, like the King of the Tigers, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. I'll add it to the list.
You've got to watch it, mate. You've got to watch it. It's hilarious.
Add it to my list. John McGinn fanboy, any tips you can offer Jean-Paul to keep himself busy?
For me, you have to keep yourself active, keep your mental health up there. It's easy to go very dark in these times, but get yourself outside, do some exercise, obviously at a safe distance. Don't let your health go to rot. Otherwise, when it will all be over, everyone else will be over. But yeah, try and do whatever exercise you can. Play a little bit of FIFA. That's been fun. I started a season with Aston Villa. I've been training John McGinn every day, trying to get him up to the best player in the world. That's ultimately my goal. So we'll see how that goes.
That's a good idea as well. Computer games, always a winner. And Patrick Vieira, what about you?
Yeah, again, playing FIFA. I like playing it just because I can learn all the football players' names and how to pronounce them properly.
What have you learned? Anything good?
What's that?
Which ones have you learned?
Oh, like it's not Sterling, it's Sterling.
No, it's Baby Raheem, mate. It's Baby Raheem.
Oh my God, they say
you've got the old edition.
Oh gosh.
It's not Rick Carlson, it's Rick Charlson.
No, they go Richarlison. They say, gosh.
It's like Alisson, isn't it, NVD? You like a bit of Alisson.
Well, that's it. It's the way to say it, mate. That's what they're saying, mate.
If they go to Alan McInally one more time for the "Let It Go" at Goodison Park.
Captain Russ, tell us, man, what are you thinking? How do you keep yourself occupied with, the missus in the house? Any tips from your side?
Play darts.
Yeah, nice.
At the missus?
And pickleball. Everyone should get into pickleball.
But you do, social distancing, pickleball generally needs two people. Are you sort of running around the net and playing alone, or have you got a wall that you hit it against?
Mate, the pickleball courts are busy. Like, every time I've gone past it, there's people playing. They haven't been like...
Yeah, you're kind of going against what everyone's been told. So Jean-Pierre, don't get out there. It's not safe out there.
It's because I've got a pickleball bat, I think, and it's like actually like called beach racquetball. So they just like kind of just disregard me and tell me to get on my way.
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. But yeah, listeners, please, stay home, stay safe. Don't follow Captain Russ. He's got a boat. He just does what he wants. And Jean-Paul, I'll give you a little bit of my advice just to kick it out here. What I've done is I get blamed for everything, mate. My missus, we were in a one bed apartment in New York City, and even earlier today, I put some food in the microwave, and once I took my food out, apparently the steam had created water in the microwave, and it was my fault, and I should have cleared up this water.
It probably was.
Yeah. So what I've done is I've created an imaginary lodger that we live with called Dave. So anything like that happens, I blame it on Dave. So I said to her, she said, it's like you've put it in for 5 minutes. And I said, I only put mine in for 4 minutes. I saw Dave there put it in 5 minutes. So get yourself in.
Is he like your little hand puppet?
He's not. He's a real person. Get yourself, Jean-Paul, get yourself an imaginary person. You can blame everything on him. You don't get in trouble. Perfect. The other thing I would say...
It's all fun and games until you hear her moaning in the bedroom and you go in and you go, what on earth are you doing?
Dave, get off her.
Lads, that wouldn't be Dave. I've cut his dick off. He's like the guy from Game of Thrones. Reek. And my last piece of advice for you, mate, is set yourself up an internal calendar system. So I've got a bedroom and a lounge. So if I book the lounge, the missus can't be in the lounge. I've booked it. It's in the calendar. Everyone knows office rules. You've got to stick by them. So there you go.
Sorry, in a prison.
I mean, it is what it is. So there's a few tactics for you there. You can play some FIFA, watch some Netflix. Patrick Vieira's playing FIFA as well to learn the names. Pellers, he's watching the old school football on reruns. NVD's doing some work and other stuff at the same time. And get an imaginary friend. And then you're all sorted. So, Jean-Paul, did you get enough there? Will you be listening again?
Yes. You guys will have the right spirit. You have the right attitude. Your way, it's very helpful, you see, very inspirational. But the one thing is, I just look at your league, I said, I listen to these guys, I might as well look them up. I find your league, I come across it, this fucker Patrick Vieira. Who is this fucking imposter? My countryman, he cannot be bottom of the league.
Yeah, no, that's your countryman. Yeah, he was very busy. He was trying to get the Arsenal job at the time, where he took his eye off the team. He is making progress, though. Vieira, what do you have to say to your fellow countrymen?
Guys, I am sick of your excuses. Next season, I join your league and I show you how it's done.
Excellent. Jean-Paul Gaultier, we look forward to that. We will say farewell now. Patrick Vieira, I don't think he wants to speak to you, mate. I think he's a bit disgusted that you're bottom.
Oh, Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick Vieira's not here right now. We'll take a message, though.
Leave it after the beep.
There we go then, lads. So we progress with the show. Last part of the show then that we've got for you listeners this week is we thought it'd be nice to take a little trip down memory lane, back to day one of the season where we were all so proud of our teams. It was exciting. We were going to smash each other. We were going to win the league. We were going to go top. It's not all sort of planned out that way for myself for sure. But guys, what I'd love to do is have a look at everyone's team at the very beginning of time and for you to tell us who didn't quite hit the mark and who did from your game week 1 selections? Who wants to go first?
I'll jump in first if you like.
Pellers, take it away.
The biggest disappointment, I would say, is Ryan Fraser from Bournemouth. He was brilliant last season, and he just hasn't really done it. I know there's been rumours about him maybe leaving, not wanting to be at Bournemouth. He's had a bit of an injury and stuff, but he just hasn't done it, and Bournemouth themselves haven't done it. I actually started with 3 Bournemouth players. I had Ryan Fraser, King, and Callum Wilson all in my starting team to kick off the league.
King and Callum Wilson, though, because they had easy games, didn't they, Bournemouth? So supposed easy games. How many points did you get that week, mate?
Well, Callum Wilson actually did all right the first few weeks. He got like a respectable 5 points in the first game week, and then I think he got 5 points the next week after. But Josh King got 2, but Ryan Fraser set the tone early on with 1. It was him and Sigurdsson as well. I feel like Sigurdsson for Everton was a big scoring player last season. Hasn't really done it this season as well. So I would hone on those 2. If I had to choose out the 2, I think Ryan Fraser. I thought he was in my starting lineup every week every week last season.
Yeah, he's definitely been poor. How many points did you get, Pellers, yourself overall in game week 1?
79 actually. I actually had a good start. The Bournemouth lads let me down, but I captained Salah. I had Sterling. Sterling got 20 points. Salah got 12 points. And that swings on to who I am most stuck by through the whole season. Alexander Arnold. From day one, he's been superb. I had him and Robertson at the back. I got rid of Robertson because he wasn't really doing it earlier on in the season.
Yeah.
But Alexander Arnold's got to be probably my best player that I've kept on to.
That's not a bad start. I do think Fraser definitely one of the worst, mate. Would have expected a lot more. Sean, you got your game week 1 team there?
My biggest memory of game week 1 was Ricky and I were in the pub and we bumped into this Matcham lad.
Oh, was that game week 1 he joined?
Yeah, that was it. We bumped into him down the pub. I remember we were in Smithfield in the left-hand side bar and he absolutely ripped into my team. He said, "You need to use your wild card on the second week." That's what he told me. And I remember when we both had John McGinn and that's how we connected.
Did you use your wild card second week?
I did. I used it like week 6 or something. It was pretty early on, but it wasn't second week. I started off pretty badly. 48 points. It was a high scoring week. The average was 65, so I only got 48. Not great. There's 2 players that was in my team then that are still in my team. One is Salah, pretty obvious, and the other one was Danny Ings. I went with him right from the start. He's actually my captain in week 1.
Danny Wings. You've had him throughout. Have you still got him as well, right, or not?
Still got him, yeah. Still there, still holding on. He's been my captain a few times. He's never done it when he's my captain, but he's done it the other times. So
that is a stellar selection from the beginning. That really is a good bit of business there. You must have known something we didn't.
Oh yeah, he told me when we were down the park kicking a ball about. I saw he had a good shot, so I was like, all right, mate.
Showed you his wings, eh?
Yeah. John McGinn obviously picked up a few points, but then his injuries kind of set him back. Worst choice, probably any Tottenham players. As Ross would say, had Ericsson in my team at the start. Obviously, he even left in January, so a few questionable shots in there.
Incredible that you had 48 points and you've turned it around. You're top of the table. You probably would have been bottom at that point. Certainly shows you it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Let me see. I had 48, then 35, then 38, then week 4 when I played my wild card. There you go, 89 points straight out the bat after my wild card. So I don't think I had got that in the 3 weeks before there, and then that was kind of the start of something special.
That's a strong move from bottom to top. And Patrick Vieira, you're currently bottom. I'm interested to hear how you started. What was your team looking like?
I did pretty well to start with. I had Sterling in, who got, like Ricky said, 20 points. He scored 3 goals in that first game. I had Kane, who was my captain, and he got me 26 points. My worst players were Aki from Bournemouth and Zaha from Crystal Palace. But that first week, I got an impressive 91 points.
Whoa, no, behave.
Bloody hell.
Wow. Been a big bullet. 91.
You better tell Jean-Paul.
Wow. You shot your load too early, mate.
The only player I've kept is Van Dijk. The only player I've kept is Van Dijk. He's the only one that's left. Everyone else is gone.
That's incredible. You should have kept them all, mate, by the sounds of that. 91 points.
Because for the first, 8 games, I didn't transfer anyone.
Yeah.
I only thought you would transfer if a player got injured in your team. You'd like transfer them out. I didn't realise people would transfer in every week. So once I found that out, I just went on like a binge and started transferring them.